The Illinois Department of Transportation welcomes you to the public hearing for the Illinois Route 47 from US 14 to Charles Road study. We appreciate your continued interest in this project. Larger scale versions of many of the graphics on the following slides are available for review in the adjoining exhibit room. Also, all materials from tonight's hearing will be posted on the project website. The purpose of tonight's hearing is to present a project overview, the preferred alternative, environmental impacts, benefits, and environmental assessment. We are seeking your input on the preferred alternative. We have been working together, creating a plan for the Illinois Route 47 corridor, so it's important to provide your continued input on this study. The Illinois Route 47 study area is located in the city of Woodstock, which is in McHenry County, extending approximately 5 miles from US Route 14 on the south to Charles Road on the north. Illinois Route 47 is a major north-south regional transportation facility serving the mixture of residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural uses. The Woodstock area has grown nearly 25% since 2000 and is anticipated to continue to strain both the local and regional transportation networks. The Illinois 47 project consists of 3 phases. We are currently in Phase 1 of the project. Phase 1 includes preliminary engineering and environmental studies. Phase 2 is contract plan preparation and land acquisition. And Phase 3 is construction of the roadway improvements. The land acquisition, Phase 2, and construction, Phase 3, is unfunded and is not included in the Department's fiscal year 2019 to 2024 multi-year proposed highway improvement program. This project will be included in the Department's priorities for future funding consideration among similar improvement needs throughout the region. The overall study process has several separate but interrelated steps. As the study advanced through the project development process, there were a number of opportunities for public involvement. The project development and the public involvement merge at what are called major milestones. Public meetings and citizens advisory group meetings occurred at these milestones to collect input. Business owner meetings were held to seek input needed to further refine the preferred alternative. At today's hearing, the Department is seeking public input on the preferred alternative and associated impacts which are identified in the environmental assessment document. Throughout the study, frequent meetings were held in order to gain insight on stakeholder concerns and work to minimize effects on the communities. The Department has conducted 3 public meetings, 7 citizens advisory group meetings, 12 business owner meetings, and numerous one-on-one meetings to obtain local input on community needs, issues, and concerns. From these meetings, stakeholders expressed concern regarding roadway safety, travel delays, number of access points, lack of bicycle and pedestrian accommodations, and lack of turn lanes. With community involvement and agency input, issues were identified which led to the development of the project's purpose and need. The purpose of the project is to address transportation safety, capacity, access management, which improves safety by separating access points so that turning and crossing movements occur at fewer locations, bicycle and pedestrian needs, and geometric deficiencies, for example, the angles at intersections. The preferred alternative for Illinois 47 from US 14 to Ware Road includes 2 travel lanes in each direction separated by a raised curb median, left turn lane. Included in this roadway section is a sidewalk and a shared use path. The preferred alternative for Illinois 47 from Ware Road to Charles Road includes 2 travel lanes, median turn lane, paved shoulders, shared use path for pedestrians and bicyclists, and drainage ditches. Detailed maps are available for viewing in the adjoining exhibit room. The table above shows the existing and proposed intersection control of the preferred alternative. The preferred alternative will improve geometric deficiencies at intersections within the corridor with the following: a new traffic signal at St. John's Road, and a roundabout at Illinois 47 and Charles Road, Ware Road, Irving Avenue, Judd Street, McConnell Road, and Lake Avenue. Roundabouts offer a variety of benefits, such as less severe crashes and fewer conflict points. Pedestrian accommodations include a proposed sidewalk on the west side of Illinois 47 between US 14 and Ware Road, and a proposed shared use path on the east side of Illinois 47 from US 14 to Charles Road. Some elements of the preferred alternative will require local cost participation and maintenance, such as sidewalk, shared use path, lighting, and aesthetic enhancements. For details regarding the preferred alternative, please visit the exhibit room and speak with project team members. The benefits of the preferred alternative include the creation of a multimodal transportation facility by generating a safe environment for bicyclists and pedestrians on separate facilities. An additional through travel lane in each direction, left turn lanes, and the inclusion of roundabouts will improve safety and mobility and reduce congestion. A raised curb median will improve traffic flow, which will result in a reduction of crashes. Access management improves safety by separating access points so that turning and crossing movements occur at fewer locations. The overall improvement will reduce congestion, improve safety, improve mobility, address the bridge constriction, and address drainage issues throughout the corridor. Another component in the project development process was the environmental analysis. As part of the National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA process, every project is required to identify environmental resources and potential impacts. Impacts are avoided and minimized to the extent practicable. Unavoidable impacts are mitigated. Some environmental resources will be affected, but it is a priority of this project to minimize these impacts. The natural resources that are anticipated to be affected include 0.31 acres of wetlands. The department will use best management practices such as providing for outfalls, detention basins, and bioswales to minimize impacts to these resources. Affected human environments include 33.1 total acres of proposed right-of-way, which includes 17.9 acres of farmland, 7 commercial building relocations, and 3 residential property relocations. No impacts are anticipated to cultural and historic resources in the communities or to threatened and endangered species in the project area. For more information and a full description of the environmental resources affected, please visit the exhibit room and talk to one of our project team members or view the environmental assessment. There will be land acquisition required to build the preferred alternative. The 3 types of land acquisition are fee simple acquisition, permanent easements, and temporary easements. A fee simple right-of-way acquisition includes the purchase of all rights and interest of the property. With a permanent easement, the ownership is retained by the property owner, but the agency is allowed access for perpetual use. With a temporary easement, ownership is retained by the property owner, and the land is only temporarily used during construction. The land acquisition process may begin once funding is identified for this future phase of work. A land acquisition representative is available to speak with you today in the exhibit room. We want your input. You may participate in a public forum beginning at 6 p.m. in this room or provide your comments to a court reporter during the hearing. Comment forms are also available throughout the exhibit room. You may fill it out this evening or take it with you and mail at your convenience. Comments may also be submitted on the project website. Comments received by June 21, 2018 will become part of the public hearing record. You may give your comments to a court reporter between 4 and 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., you can participate in a public forum in this room and make a 2-minute public statement. To participate in the public forum, please fill out the yellow speaker's card and place it in the public forum box at the sign-in table. Following today's hearing, we will gather, assess, and document your input and finalize the environmental documents which will conclude the Phase 1 study. The next stages for this project would be contract plan preparation, which is funded. The land acquisition, Phase 2, and construction, Phase 3, is unfunded. Once funding is identified, land acquisition will take 2 to 3 years, and construction engineering 2 to 3 years. We appreciate your attendance. This concludes the presentation. If you have missed any part of the presentation, it will restart momentarily.